Good morning. Call me stupid, but I got up at 5 a.m. and usually when I do that, I expect to have like a 15-20 minute shower trying to wake up and pump myself full of coffee and then trudge to work and then get started at around 5:45. My alarm went off and I woke up like awake, which is amazing. So I'm like, for the sake of habit and a warm drink, having a decaf coffee. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm just going to get started, get to work and get as much done as possible. I know it sounds stupid, like why am I getting up at 5 a.m? But the reality is the animation is launching in 2 weeks. And rather than leave these crazy crunch times to the very end, right also before an overseas trip, I am trying to do them now and hopefully free up a little bit of time and sanity before I have to release the animation. I should clarify, sorry, I said working on the animation. I'm actually not. I'm actually working on the footage of us making the animation, and I'm doing that because I anticipate the end result will be like 5-6 gigs because I'm going to be compressing everything down time-wise and blah blah blah. But long story short, I need to finish this stuff now so that I can start the uploading and finishing that product process and then get back to finishing the animation and then crunch on the book. So that's why I've got a busy few weeks. In this reference pack or resource pack, people will be able to open up and break down any scene of animation from the creation process and have a very direct and clear insight into how that shot was put together. Going through all these is a real insight into my tastes of the stuff I like to listen to when I'm zoning out. I forgot that I was like recording the audio I was listening to at the time as well. So if I jump earlier, you can hear I'm listening to Sleepy Cabin's podcast. And then later on, like in the same session, in the same like 3.5 hour session, you can see I was listening to the Democratic debates between Bernie and Hillary.
Loudly and clearly, it's enough!
Apparently when I was animating this scene, I was really into grade A under A. Because I listened to that for like hours. And later on in the same scene, I was listening to Screen Junkie's movie fights non-stop. When I was animating this silhouette scene, I was listening to a lot of film and game theorist videos. And when I was animating this scene, I was listening to a lot of The Nerd Writer on YouTube,
where bohemian intellectuals of both genders drink and debate art and ideas.
And in this scene, I was listening to entrepreneurial ebooks.
Reject and remove this excuse from your vocabulary because email volume is no reason to suck at email.
And here I listen to Gary Vee.
One of the things I think about quite a bit when it comes to partnerships and business development is why so many people suck at it.
Okay, so based on those specific pieces of content that I've shown you that I've listened to heavily while I worked on the Tale Teller, I want to know your analysis on my personality. It's 7:20 a.m. and I've just finished the last scene for the animation. I'm going to go through and do the backgrounds, but I'll come back for that. I'm going to go grab a coffee and some breakfast. But yeah, this is the organization structure I've decided on for the reference pack that I'm creating all of this stuff for. So these will all be downloaded individually because they're going to be quite large in file size. But essentially, you'll be able to download pre-production on voice acting and see the entire creation process of any of these thingies. So that's kind of cool. I'm excited to see this all come together. Okay, I'm about to jump into a whole thing with my friend Matt Westwood, who is a very talented violinist. We're trying to get the call working at the moment, but yeah, we're going to try and figure out what sort of violin bit we can put in the music, and if it works, if it doesn't, and see how it goes, see if we can do some recording. Say hi to the vlog!
Hi.
This is Matt. He's doing the violin and the transcription of the entire piece into sheet music
which is awesome. He's a very talented musician. I'll put a link. Do you have like a link to social stuff that I can show people? Like, did you have like a SoundCloud or something that you like sharing?
I've got a website that I haven't updated for a while.
All right, I'll put a link to Matt's unupdated website in the description. Go check it out. Ah, that's awesome. Now, Matthew Westwood, you have 15 seconds to play the fastest, most complicated, ridiculous thing you know how to play. Ready, and action. Brilliant, okay. I feel like we need to clap, so I can't clap while I'm vlogging. Yay! There's Mrs. Jazza claps. There's the top of her head. I'm not showing her that. I did it! I know the rules. So now for a totally different change of pace. It's the end of June, which means that tomorrow, or the day after, is a new tax year.
Means I'm tearing my hair out.
Which means my wife is tearing her hair out because, as you may have been able to tell, she's been working opposite me all day today, fixing all my mistakes and all the gaps that I've left, because I'm good at drawing pictures and creating tutorial content. I am really bad at keeping track of receipts and numbers and bills and invoices. Really bad. To the point where the only set of receipts and invoices she has consistently every month through the year is her mobile phone bill. Everything else that I'm supposed to keep track of has bits missing everywhere. So we're scrambling about doing repair work. I'm slightly depressed and sad inside because I know how much work I have to get done, but I need to do this stuff. It's really important. But anyways, yeah. How would you give us a short phrase or sentence that would summarize your experience doing tax with me?
I love you so much. I just have to keep saying that.
She said to me before, she goes, I love you so much, when she was totally infuriated at dealing with all this. And I was like, what makes you say that? She was basically implying that to actually tolerate me at times like this and the mistakes I make, she only can because she loves me, because it's so frustrating. I'm really sorry. I just had a short lunch break and checked my emails, and I got a note back from Alex, who works with Gary Vee, because I've been trying to get in touch with this amazing entrepreneur to have an interview and a chat for my YouTube channel. So it's looking like something might be set up, and fingers crossed I might be able to have do an interview with Gary Vee for my YouTube channel, which I think would be amazing for my audience if that all comes together, because I think having an entrepreneurial and business-minded approach to being an artist is one of the most valuable things you can do. And this guy has a really modern, really new age and efficient and a really captivating way of talking about that. So, you know, I hope all that comes together. I'm going to wrap up the vlog for today. Question of the day comes from Tim Smith, who says, have you put yourself in as a crowd extra? I'm assuming animating myself in the Tale Teller as a character in the crowd. That's the sort of thing I've done in previous cartoons, not necessarily that, but little Easter eggs and fun little jokes like that in like Larry and other fun cartoons. Tale Teller, I have not had any inclinations to do anything like that, just because I'm trying to tell a very specific story and I'm really focused on the conveying of that and the integrity of the piece. So I've really not had any inclination to fit in little hints to this or that. I think Greg and I have the same mindset, and that is we're just trying to make the best thing we possibly can and flex our animation and art muscles and exercise our animation and art skills as hard as possible, because we don't get these chances very often and we're really going for it. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. I was going to end the vlog there, but it turns out I'm going to have to work tonight. There's something I was going to get done that I had to get done today that I didn't get done today that's going to take me a couple of hours. It's now 7 p.m. I have to do that now, and then on top of that, we didn't get all the tax stuff done, which we needed to, and I have to do my part for that. And then I still have these video renders to prepare. So I'm up for a late night, so I hope I can get this done ASAP, but this is gonna suck. So
I have coffee. It's 2:30 in the morning. I'm gonna wrap up this, upload the vlog, and then go to bed. So I'll probably be in bed by 3 in the morning, which means having gotten up at 5, that's a 22-hour work day. I am a stupid fool. Got a lot done though. So I'm currently rendering the voice acting recording session that I had with the voice actor for The Tale Teller, Toby Ricketts, and I've been putting together the resource pack that I'm going to be selling on jazzastudios.com, and this includes things like the conceptualization stuff, pitch documents, preliminary art storyboards, animatics and all that. Voice acting and all of that process, the auditions, the casting call we had, then each of the 5 acts, including all of the animation and stuff. I've still got to render all these, so this is where I have more work to do, but this is going to include all of that stuff, and then music and post-production, including the violin recording session, the stages of music development. So these are all sort of half filled in, but once they're all fully filled in, the entire piece, the whole put together package, is essentially going to be a really clear insight into how to put together, or how we put together, and I put together a very ambitious project with very few people, and what sort of went into that from conceptualization through to polishing and production. Anyways, I answered the question of the day, and I'm tired, and that's it. Bye.